Hi folks, I'm staying with these 2 and 3 colour sort of tone studies, or just trying to explore the possibilities or the range of colours I can get with the 3 colours. Here we are: indigo, light red, cadmium yellow. The one I did yesterday, it was the Wetlands. There'll be another Wetlands. It's got all the elements that I like to paint, but the water looked more like snow. So I'm going to have to go to snow painting in the Wetlands, but I'll reduce the amount of red in the landscape, and more blues to reflect or create the atmosphere of cold. So here we are, you can see my palette. I'll give the paper a good wet. Now, as you know, I'm a wet in wet hake painter. Okay, and we'll get a nice reddy tone in there. Just a little bit in the foreground, just to reflect the colour in the snow, reflect what's above it. Oh, let's put a bit of that cad yellow in. This is an artist's quality, this yellow. Okay, and I'll put a little bit of cloud in. So that I'll mix that blue with a bit of that red, just to take it away from the blue. Okay, that'll do. Get my hake. And we'll put in a bit of blue background. Touch of red in there, just got a bit of yellow in there. A bit darker than that. Keep your elements away from or your focal points away from the middle. I know some of you experienced painters are probably getting a bit fed up with these studies, but there are a lot of people coming in that can learn something. I think it's a very dull day today. Okay, so that'll be a background. I'll just put in some taller ones. Get this one. The Wetlands is a place, or a water meadow in Maldenhall Park. It's up by the boardwalk. Well, the boardwalk runs through it. It's beautiful. And this time of year, all the colours, the lovely autumn colours. And we're surrounded by grass above our heads. Look out for the anacondas. Leave a bit of a margin for snow in the back. Okay, it's a flat area. It's part of the Wandle Valley water table, whatever. It's very lovely in parts of Wandle. Right, let's make a little bit of green in there by mixing that indigo with the blue. I think I overplayed the foreground yesterday. Well, I did, not think, I did. Just doing this before I sort of dry the whole thing. So when I dry it, we can get in with the illusion of detail. A bit more of that, so green. Then I'll do some clumps and things when this dries. A little bit of red in there. Okay, well we're getting somewhere. I'll re-clip it in a minute. Now I've got to keep that light bit there. So we're still using the three colours. Okay, now I'm going to stretch this, give it a dry. Excuse me, while I go and liberate my... Oh no, I've got another clip here. Just put it tight. There we are, right, so I get the blower. Right, there we are, perfectly flat. I might even lift out some bits there because that's just gone a little bit pinky, too pinky. That's where we want to get that light. Just get that back again. When the paper's dry, you can re-wet the sky and put your wet washing over if you wish. It's not something I do, but you can, and it will work quite successfully. I'm not a lover of lifting out with tissues. Just get those planes at the back there. A little bit here. Okay, well we've got enough water in there showing that I can put some detail grasses going up. Right, now the fun begins. Let's put the hake, a bit of water and a bit of the indigo, a touch of the red. And a little bit of Drybrush here. Not sure I'm really happy with this paper. It's I remember it being much rougher. But next lot I got will be the Saunders Waterford cold pressed. I could use a mop to do this. Just taking that off the paper. Let's get a little bit of darker stuff in there. I'm just creating sort of an illusion of detail. But try not to cover that snowy bit up. I'll do more of those. Okay. I'll dot in some bits and pieces. Like the trunks and branches. Coming down into that. Once this is once the trunks and branches are put in, it'll look a lot better. But I want these quite faint. I'm going to stipple in some brown leaves, made from the light red and light red and yellow. Maybe a bit of the indigos. Quite a lot there. Didn't mean to do that. Hope you've had a good safe weekend, folks. London's facing another lockdown. It's going to be catastrophic. The reality of this scene is that at the back of that there's a tram line. Which we cross, and being last sort of summer wine, we wave at the tram drivers. Children we are. It's quite rough. It's just hard doing a dry brush on it with water that's not in abundance on the brush. But luckily this all dries lighter. Leave a gap underneath for the bottom of the sort of canopy. Right, let's do a bit of texturing in here now. Got a bit of yellow, bit of red, bit of everything there. Now at the moment all this grass has been, it was up here, it's been cut. Now they drain the water meadow and then they cut the grass to regenerate. It's all very, my wife's birthday today, that's why the phone is going. It's warm. Also I'm trying to create an impression that we're using a lot of colour, but we're not. As you can see, we're just using the 3 colours. And now we'll just come up here into that. Give a bit of variety. Also avoid symmetry. Put too much red in that. That red is such an insistent colour. See, as this gets filled in, a bit of shadowy stuff, the dark makes the light look lighter, so we're getting into this snowy bit now. I'll get a bit dark in here. I mean, you do get evergreen. Should have that alone. I was using Cad Red last week as my 3rd or 2nd colour. Sorry if my head's in the way. Right, let's go to green, let's keep away from that red. It's all rough ground, especially when the plants have been cut. Okay, alright, let's dry that now so that I can go and do some filigree. Bit of vigour. Probably needs a little bit more stuff over here. Let's get some good green there. Too much water, not enough blue. Now the indigo is common, and the yellow is artist quality. So you do get evergreen, keep their leaves all the year round. They get a lot of ivy as well, which is lovely. Okay, let's let that go for a minute. Get the rigor, get some sort of a bluey dark. Now, the branches are really thin at the top, but going up they're quite thick towards the canopy. So it's quite a bit of observation. See, quite fine here, quite thick there. Nice to have some branches going down. So now the trunks have got to hold up a lot of weight. Get some other more in there, a bit fainter. It's just a mishmash of all sorts of trees, even some poplars and oak trees, quite mixed wood. Well, that's not a wood, it's just the edge of the park really. But it's such a lovely park. I've said it many times that Maldenhall Park was where they filmed the Antiques Roadshow. Oh, if anybody saw the Country Fire last night, that was the view. The UK. Oh, got a bird there. And some of it was filmed at Box Hill. Now Box Hill is not very far from here, and the viewing area looks out over Dorking, where my daughter lives. It's in the Surrey Hills. It's the most beautiful part of Surrey. I've been there many times. We used to go over the stepping stones across the River Mole. When there was children with our families, it was sort of a Sunday out on a bus. We didn't have cars back then. I've got to anchor these. I'll do that in a minute. Remember that your trees are thick at the bottom, tapering. So a bit of a toasting fork there. Now let's get that faint blue behind there. takes a while. Spend more time doing this than painting the rest of the picture. Now this one will come up here. So now we can see the coolness of this colour against the warmer foreground. Winter trees are lovely, aren't they? You can see all these lovely trunks. That's why I don't really do houses. I'm not one for putting man-made objects in, but there are plenty of you that are quite happy doing that. My mate Alan Owen, he's just done some nice work. Oh, look, nice work. Bird there. These oak trees, they go all over the place with their great big thick branches. We're very lucky to be near this river. Well, I'd rather be near the River Mole. Boxfield, I think they had one of the stages of the Tour de France there some years ago when it came to the UK, London, and we went to see it. Stood at Hyde Park Corner outside Buckingham Palace. Hyde Park Corner? No, not Hyde Park Corner. Outside Buckingham Palace, and there were thousands of people, and the winners of the stage came. Well, the winner came through, followed by a rush of wind as 200 peloton cyclists turned up. Oh, it was fantastic. We couldn't believe it. Let's cover them up. Well, we need a bit of do a bit of stuff in the stipply brush. That'll do. Break it up, and I want to put in some blue, some red with some of that blue. Probably a bit wet. You always get some leaves left on some of the trees. Now, don't overdo it. I have been overdoing it on the previous ones. Okay. That's that. Use that brush, and we'll put a little bit of grasses. So we sort of turned it into a snow scene. Few uncut bits and pieces. Oh, I've got to anchor those. A little bit of stipple. Okay, let's get a little bit of a bit more of that yellow off the background. Okay, well we'll call that snow scene. Snow scene in the wetlands. Snow in the wetlands. I'm putting them out. Ooh, cramping already. Oh, oh, oh. I will be going back to oil painting shortly. Do I hear a groan? Now, no gouache. Okay, well maybe just a touch, eh? I buy the gouache in small tubes, designer's gouache white, because I don't use a lot of it, it tends to go off in the tube. So let's get a little fine little brush, water, and just put a bit of highlight in. Just a touch of blue in this. Just on the top of the bits here. Now that's better. What I should have done earlier is not put the sky colour in the foreground. That's why I'm doing this now. Has been said that using white gouache destroys the effect of, well, you can't call it watercolour, it's a mixed media, but well, up to you what you think about that. Okay, we'll let that go. I hope you like it, folks. Let's just raise you up so you can see all of it within the mount. Right, go that way. So more in the middle. Oh, there we are. I don't want to put any, well, having said so. Bit of a shadowy, few little touches where the snow's stuck. Right, okay, that's it, no more. I'll get this uploaded now. Thanks for watching, I'll see you soon, bye bye.